Hello, fabulous friends, fans, and superstars. Welcome to an incredible astrological season. March is set to be a time of massive shifts taking place for the collective and in our own individual journeys as well. Saturn is going to change signs moving into Pisces for the better part of the next 3 years is when we're going to feel this energy. We've also got Pluto dipping into the sign of Aquarius now, but truly this is the beginning of a more extensive cycle for humanity that'll be with us for about 20 years to come. And Mars, after spending an unusually long time since August of last year in the sign of Gemini, will also finally change signs as well, moving into Cancer. And so these are massively important shifts that are happening for all of us now. And I've spoken about these at length already here on my YouTube channel, and I will link to that video below. And of course, if you want a very deep dive to understand how these big energies are going to speak for you in your sign, check out the year ahead horoscope. You can look at that at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com or download it now at NadiyaShah.com. For the monthly horoscopes, I am focusing a lot more on the big lunar events. Chances are we will feel them that much more. But just know there's a lot of things to consider here, and there's a lot here on my YouTube channel that can help you to navigate this truly amazing time for the collective and in your own individual journey as well. It'll be a great month. Enjoy. Hello, fabulous superstar Capricorn. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of March 2023. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. It is a remarkable astrological month, without a doubt. Big moves happening in the sky now. It is going to be on the 7th of the month that we will have this month's full moon in fellow Earth sign Virgo. This is a part of the sky for you that is decidedly worldly. It has to do with exploration, whether that's the exploration of ideas, your inner world, but of course it has to do with practically exploring the world as well. Exploring your options can be part of this time. See, here's the thing. This particular full moon is speaking in supreme harmony with Uranus. I love this energy. It does suggest that things could change very quickly in a way that you feel is very fortunate to you. It is a full moon, so it brings a matter to a close. But again, it looks like you're feeling very fortunate in the process. I do want to say, though, that we do have somewhat of a connection with Mercury and Neptune across the sky. And that suggests to me that it isn't necessarily that everything is perfect. There may be an element of uncertainty or maybe even some disappointment. And yet the strongest energy here is that Uranian energy. And so you're leaping into your future, and it's a future that you like very much. And so this part of the sky has to do with long distance travel, immigration, citizenship, higher learning, legal matters, and the political and philosophical and spiritual beliefs that guide your life. And so if it is one very immediate way I see this energy for you, if you are engaged in a legal matter, that could come to a close very quickly at this time, helping you to feel fortunate in some way. If there's something going on with an institute of higher learning, that too could be a matter that comes to a close in a way that you feel is fortunate, helps you to resolve a certain matter. And that includes in matters of immigration and citizenship as well. If you felt like things have been going on for a while, now they really could complete very quickly in a way that you love. If you get a chance to travel at this time, just know things will not go as planned. That happens a lot. I can attest to that. But at the same time, it does look like it ends up being an experience that changes you in ways that you really like as well. And so you can see here whether this is about being exposed to new ideas and philosophies, or whether it's about having new adventures and new experiences. Things move very quickly under the light of this full moon in a way that you feel is fortunate to you. As we navigate later in the month, on the 21st of the month is when we will have this month's new moon. This new moon is quite interesting. So it is taking place at the foundation of your chart, having to do with home and your past and your family of origin. Your living situation is covered here as well. But here's the thing, this new moon is happening at 0 degrees at the very beginning of this part of the sky. So it truly represents this seed, the very beginning of a spark. But in addition to that, this new moon is not making any true aspects. So what I mean by that is there are some celestial conversations playing out, but their nature and tone does change because the elements are not as expected and the elements are off a little bit. And so, yes, you can count these energies, and yet essentially this new moon is unaspected. And so we have Pluto in your sign speaking in harmony with this new moon, but it's not a true sextile. We have Mars speaking in tension with this new moon, but it's not a true square. For all that, there's a lot of power, a lot of change, maybe even frustration as well. But you are at the very beginning of identifying what it is you desire to change and being that much more open to the process and the journey along the way. Now, before I talk about love, let me just say, because there is a very big celestial event happening. I mean, it's a very big month, right? But for you specifically, I want to say you're going to get a little bit of a taste starting this month and into the spring. It's going to be right around the 26th of the month that Pluto will change signs, leaving your sign just until we dip into June, at which time we're going to have Pluto retrograde back into your sign. So you'll have a little bit of this in and out move happening this year and next year as well. But here's the thing to consider. I think that you are going to feel very different very quickly as soon as Pluto leaves your sign. It's like you're able to exhale. You're able to feel like that part of you that just always felt like you needed to be on, you needed to focus, you really needed to concentrate. Maybe even a part of you that was a little bit obsessive and obsessively focused on a matter. Maybe you were trying to gain power as you understand it, or maybe you were trying to really understand your own emotions or having very strong emotional responses. Well, all of that energy calms down. And I think you will absolutely love that. As that greater intensity calms down, you're able to better evaluate all the successes that you've had, especially going all the way back to 2008, how far it is that you've come, how much you've been able to make happen as a result of your effort, your conviction, and your focus as well. As you get a little bit of a taste of Pluto leaving your sign, I think that will help you to define yourself differently, more gently, with greater care, navigating forward from here. But mainly, it'll just change your vibe. And I think that in and of itself, that contentment that's likely to set in is going to be something that feels so, so sweet. Now, of course, Pluto is moving into a financial part of your sky. So you are about to embrace lessons that have to do with understanding what's worth the money and what isn't worth the money, what you really want to do for money and what you no longer are willing to do. You're about to get really honest about your relationship with your finances as part of that more authentic energy that you're now going to learn to bring forward into new areas of life. How it is that you focused and made these huge gains and changes within yourself and in your life. Now you'll start to bring that energy of transformation to your finances, strengthening them and feeling that much more empowered navigating forward from here. It's just a taste right now, but it does represent the very beginning of a 20-year journey ahead. Now, where it comes to matters of love, we have the most romantic day of the year to begin the month. This energy does perfect right around the 1st or 2nd, depending on where you are on the planet. But we should feel this energy for about the first week. Jupiter moving through the foundation of your chart right along with Venus. Well, that's going to make your past in love shine and illuminate in new ways. It is going to be on the 16th of the month that Venus will change signs, moving into a flirtation, romance part of your sky. I think you're going to enjoy that so much. So for those of you open to meeting someone new, well, at least in the first part of the month, I feel like the chance of you revisiting the past in some way becomes very likely. So it could be a reconnection with someone from your past or bringing a spirit of forgiveness to what was so that you really feel like you can finally move forward. Once Venus changes signs, I think you're going to be getting your flirt on. You're going to be enjoying yourself that much more. Love and the openness to love takes on a lightness that makes it that much more possible. For those of you just starting to date someone, what a remarkable time this can be. Well, at least at the beginning of the month, it's so much about how comfortable you feel with this person. Do you feel at home with this person or not? If you do, I think very quickly roots can be established here. But if you don't, well, this could be a time when there are such changes, such transformations as well to your understanding of where you feel that this could be going. Once it is that Venus changes signs, there's a certain lightness that comes into dating that I think you will really enjoy, whether that is just bringing a spirit of fun and continuing to get to know this person or new possibilities that could open up for you. It looks like you're enjoying your heart expanding and the connections taking place. And for those of you in an established bond, what a remarkable time this can be. I love the energy in the first part of the month. I feel like that's really about creating a home that is that much more loving and that much more safe for the both of you. The overwhelming majority of Capricorns out there are going to find that this is a time when you are more at home with each other. Perhaps your living situation solidifies and strengthens. There is going to be a very small percentage of Capricorns, if you've known for a while that maybe you're not in the right relationship for you, well, this is where you're really looking at the roots of what may be keeping you here and what you want to do about it. Either you're going to bring forgiveness to whatever it was that has led to doubt so that the two of you can move forward stronger, or you're going to understand the past differently so that you no longer need to repeat it and decide to go in a different direction. What I love about this month for you, there's so much here. It's a powerful and meaningful astrological moment. Pluto leaving your sign. That is the very big deal now. With Pluto leaving your sign, you'll feel your energy shift, in some cases dramatically so, and in some cases quickly so as well. Where it was that you wanted power or transformation, or you had a sense of perhaps a more obsessive energy towards the outcomes that you desired, well, in some ways, I think you're going to start to feel like you did what it was that you needed to do. And now, as the energy calms, you'll be able to bring a spirit of conviction to self-love and self-esteem with a greater sense of renewal navigating forward from here. Enjoy this moment. Enjoy this breath that you get to take until we enter into June, because that's when we're going to have Pluto retrograde back into your sign, helping you to see this time differently. Ultimately, you've worked hard on becoming a different version of you. Now, it's time to maybe relax some of that drive a little bit that says things have to be different, and instead allow yourself to be truly content with whom you've become. Welcome to the exciting rebirth of Superstar, featuring choose your membership rate as low as just $3 a month. At Superstar, you get expanded, exclusive video scopes each and every week, unlimited access to special horoscopes, class passes for Synchronicity University, consultations with me, and so much more. All of this in the Superstar space. I look forward to meeting you there.